Bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. Think I've finally learned, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that'll never be mine. I think it's time to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. And I've survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be alright, yes I will, once more, just as I did back then. I'm gonna rise again, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I know it's gonna be everything new.
Hey, be the change that you want to see. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. We are the ones. We are. We are. We are the ones. We are. We are. I've been feeling like I can't make a difference. I've been feeling like there ain't no use. Feeling tired and a little unconscious, coming up with every kind of excuse, till I realized it's not all up to me. When we join together, we shape our destiny to see a world where we are living are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. We are the ones. We are. Yes, we are the ones. We are. No one else gonna make the changes. No savior gonna drop from the sky. Nothing left to do but wake up, 'cause it's really up to you and I to take it one step at a time. Stand together with your hand in mine. Then we will see the world that we've been dreaming about. We need it now, the time is now, there is no doubt. We are the ones that we've been waiting for.
think, what a sweet way to come into our sacred service. Oh, look at you. Good morning, everyone. What a thrill to see you. Good morning. Yeah. What a thrill to see your beautiful faces, to see our chairs filled with our beloved people after all this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's begin with our opening song, which is We Come Together. And who better to begin this and to lead us into our brand new day of reopening than Eddie Watkins Jr.
Good morning, Mile High. Okay, now this song is interactive, and I'm going to ask you to do a few things, but it's going to make you feel real good. And the person next to you is going to make them feel even better. All right? Here we go. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. From every walk of life, every creed and color, in unite. In honor of the God in each other. Oh, take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. Oh, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love.
Welcome back. Welcome home to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, our beloved community, our spiritual home. I'm just going to be looking at you for a while. This is really precious. We are a beloved community of like-minded people with various opinions. Like-minded in that we understand the oneness of all life, and we celebrate our divine differences. We don't just say, oh, that's nice. We celebrate who we are, the infinite spirit expressing itself very uniquely by each one of us. And so we teach, because we continue to learn, the principles of science of mind. And gosh, it's good to see the kids coming back too. And we share them with each other. Certainly we have our Sunday mornings, but we have classes, and it won't be long before we're doing them in person again. But hasn't it been wonderful to be having the opportunity to do the live streams? How many of you have been watching the live streams? Yeah. Yes, it's been a great way to stay connected, hasn't it, for 15, going on 16 months? And look at us all. You look healthy. You look fabulous. And I have been talking with people. I talk with them. And I listen to them. And I have found out, hi Henrik, he's 2 now. I have found out that you are continuing to practice these beautiful principles. You're continuing to read and to meditate and to do spiritual mind treatment and affirmative prayer. And I'm just thrilled that you haven't missed a beat. We've been through a lot of changes, a lot of challenges, but the best thing is we've not just been going through it together. And if you remember this, say it with me. We have been growing through it together. And I'm not just talking about the 5 pounds. So I'm so thankful that we continue to utilize these beautiful principles, that this is a sacred space. And our sacred space extends beyond this sanctuary, doesn't it? But isn't it sweet to be here again? So we are with each other as we go through adversities. We are with each other as we celebrate all kinds of beautiful happenings in our individual lives and with our families. And that's what a beloved community does. So we are about awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And we also are about co-creating a world that works for all. And we have a purpose statement, which I think many of you know quite well by now. And would you care to join me in saying it, whether you're here in person or out there in the airwaves? We welcome everybody. Let's say our purpose statement together. Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. Let's have a meditation now, shall we? Let's just come into this presence where we're aware that there is spirit and nothing else. And that each one of us is a special, individualized manifestation of that one life. And as we enter deeply into the sacred silence, let it be an opportunity for each one of us to breathe in that sacred presence, the energy of life itself everywhere. It's a divine energy. And as we breathe in and feel it moving through our bodies and through our emotions and through our minds, we come into this sweet, sacred place of serenity and power. As we continue this beautiful sacred breath, releasing anything that does not belong to us, and breathing in and accepting fresh new life, the sacredness of this life, the circulation of this beautiful spirit through us, the wonderful energy of the universe. We come into our hearts, and here in our hearts we find tranquility. We find solutions to problems, answers to questions, and a divine embrace that goes beyond anything we can know here in this beautiful earth. And it enhances each moment's earthly experience. Where we're so deeply connected to this divine energy, to the pulsating presence that continues to love and adore, guide, direct each of us and all of us. That we come even more deeply into the center of our hearts now. realizing that our hearts are all being held very tenderly by the cosmic heart. And it's a place to rest and to be renewed and to deepen our connection and heighten our gratitude. So let's just come into this sacred silence long enough to listen with our hearts for any answers we may have been seeking, or simply to feel the love. But this is a place where we can simply let ourselves be loved and listen with the ear of the heart and begin to view our lives and the world with the eye of the heart. Come now into this sacred space. And however you may have heard the voice of Spirit, know that it is revealing to you what you have been seeking. For we always seek and we always find. For the infinite wisdom provides us with all of the answers. How grateful we are to be the instruments through which this divine life loves to express itself. We're thankful, so thankful. And now I would like to invite our practitioner, Sarah Funk, to come up with an opening spiritual mind treatment. Isn't it nice? Our practitioners get to come up in person now.
Oh, it's so wonderful to see all of you. It's just a joy. And your beautiful faces. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for being here all the time. We love you. I will do this treatment in the first person, and you may take it for yourself if you so desire. There is a divine presence that is the cause of all that is. This divine presence is everywhere, all the time. I can count on it, whether I'm feeling joy, grief, whatever I'm feeling. That divine presence lifts me up. And like a beautiful flower that unfolds its petals to the sun, this divine presence unfolds within me, bringing me new visions, new ideas from the corners of my mind into expression. This is so joyful, so comforting, for I know that this divine presence is something that I can count on each and every day, that I do count on. And this is the greatest gift I've ever been given. It expresses through me, and the joyful part for me is that it also expresses through each and every one. So I know this is the truth. I'm grateful for the divine, and so grateful that I get to share this with others. I now release this treatment into God's holy law, knowing all is in divine order, and together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Now let's speak our affirmation together. There it is. Through me, the divine plan of ever-increasing life unfolds, and I delight in the infinite possibilities now expressing in the world. Now, this is the time that we often have a celebration, a demonstration of some good that has taken place in a person's life by having utilized these beautiful principles through spiritual mind treatment, either on their own or with a practitioner. And today, our demonstration is simply right here. Yes. And we will be even more deeply acknowledging all the people who have made today possible and going forward. So this has been a seed that has been growing beautifully in the infinite mind of God and within our minds, which are some part of those minds, that one mind. And so we're so delighted to see that together we have invoked the power of celebration, and here we are today demonstrating our truth. Thank you. Okay, I have kids to talk to today. I would love it if you'd come up closer for a little while because I missed you. We have Lilia, we have Natalie, we have Henrik, we have Mila. Is she upstairs already? No? Okay, and all right, well, you know, Mohammed can come to the mountain, or the mountain can come to Mohammed. Hi, Lilia. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful young lady you are. Is it good to be back?
Yeah.
Do you know how good it is to see you, sweetheart? Yeah, yeah, it's good. You're rocking your glasses too.
Oh, thank you.
Is there anything you want to say? You don't have to.
I don't want.
Okay, that's good. It's all about options around here. So you've had quite a year, huh?
Yeah.
We've all had quite a year. And we love that we've been moving through it in such a way that we have not only survived, but in many ways, we've thrived. That's what we do. And we're not going back. We're not going back to the way things were, are we? We're now in the process of creating all things new. And we need your creative imagination as well as everybody else's in this room and all the places that we touch in order to create something brand new. That's what we get to do. That's what we get to do in our teaching. And you know that. You've used it many times. And so I'm grateful. Mila, come on up here. Mila, with a smile. Is there anything you'd like to say?
No, I just have to tell Natalie she can come upstairs.
You're going to tell her she can come upstairs. Good. Yeah, Mila is assisting Edie Janik today with the kids. Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty much in charge of Henrik today. And that's pretty much a full-time job. So good. And let's see. So is Natalie already up there? And okay. Great. Well, have a good time. Wow. Is that great? Yay, yay for the kids. Okay. They'll probably have more to say when they come back. Okay. This is the last Sunday in June. And of course, you know, especially if you've been tuning in, that our theme, the Centers for Spiritual Living theme for the year, has been and continues to be timeless wisdom, evolutionary vision. And our June theme that we've chosen here is how life fulfills itself. And we've had some very effective lessons, I think, on how that works, some reminders. And actually, before I go into my talk, things are changing all the time now. We're going to have a song. And it's by Denise Rosier. It's called Between Us. So stand by, because I have much more to share with you.
Love is alive in the space between us. Feel that love right now.
God speaks out in the words between us. Hear those words right now. I am holy. You are holy. There is beauty between us. Spirit shines in the light between us. See that light right now. Peace is born in the good between us. Be that peace right now. I am holy. You are holy. There is beauty between us. Between us, faith is the bond that we share between us. Hold that faith right now. Truth is the life in the breath between us. Live that truth right now. We are holy. We are holy. We are holy. We are holy. Won't you sing it with me? We are holy. 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 Love is alive in the space between us. Love is alive in the space between us. Love is alive between us.
That was lovely, and she was lovely. So, today's talk is revealing the new divine design. And interestingly, it's usually weeks ahead that I put these topics together. And I didn't know this was going to be our reopening day. So that's kind of perfect, isn't it? A divine design, revealing it. Ernest Holmes says, "We are never left without a witness of the eternal, and in our greatest moments, in those flashlight visions of mystic grandeur, we know that we are made of eternal stuff, fashioned after a divine pattern." Let's begin with what we know. There is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. It is the only life there is to have and to be. That life is your life. That life is my life. That's the basic understanding that we have here in our Science of Mind teaching. One life, we individualize it. And that which is the creative, beautiful manifestation of the intelligent process of creativity that goes on in the infinite mind is the same process that goes on within our individual minds. the individualized expression of the one mind, which is why it's so wonderful that this divine power is within us. What's true of the one life is true of each individualized expressions of that life. Now, is there a divine intention? Does God have a divine intention for you and me and for the world? I would say that you and I have life and that we have it more abundantly. I would also say that the Spirit reveals itself in, through, and as us into the world, and that our part of it, in allowing the divine pattern for each of us and for the world itself to be revealed, is to let it be revealed, which includes, of course, setting intentions. We get to choose. That's the only thing that we do, and that's the only thing we need to do. For instance, I've used this analogy, I think, in the past. And if you remember it, just do it with me. If you wanted to wiggle your right finger on your index hand, can you all do that? The right finger on your on your right hand index finger. You can just do that by making the choice, right? You just did that. Congratulations, you are so smart. Now let's see how smart you really are. We understand that the right side of our body tends to be directed by the left side of our brain. So let's go back to that specific point in your brain that begins to send the messages, the neurons, the muscles, and so forth, until it finally gets down to the right arm, the right hand, the right finger, and makes the finger move. Can you do that? What? And you tell me you're so intelligent, because you are. But of course we don't know how to do that. And of course we're not supposed to. It's not our job to go through the particular process of how our intention is revealed. It is our job to make the choice, to just depend upon this divine presence and power, the generous expression of divine life that gives of itself to us constantly, to direct the law of mind in the way that we intend, and then to allow it, the law itself, which is so intelligent and so creative and so wise, to fulfill the purpose that we have established. Isn't that a great system? Isn't it wonderful to know that it's up to us to make the choice? That's all we do. We just choose, and something is set into motion. Just as it is set into motion when the infinite mind says, let there be planets, let there be water, let there be animals, let there be the individualized manifestation of this divine life itself in human form. You're a miracle. Do you realize you are a miracle? Because you and I and all sentient beings came from this one divine life, and we are in the process of discovering the divine design, the divine pattern within all life. It's in your DNA. What so is, you have designer genes. You do. We all do. And it's already established within us, your wholeness, your abundance, your loving relationships, your creative expressions. How each of us manifests this life is up to whom? Each of us, in our choices, in setting our intentions. And it's a beautiful thing. The conscious, caring, creative people like us also then have the joyous responsibility, and it is a joyous responsibility, to co-create a greater vision, not only for ourselves, but for our beloved community, for the greater community, and ultimately for the world itself. I love what Abraham Maslow said, many things, but this one right now. You will either step forward into growth, or you will step backward into safety. It's time we stopped feeling as though we need to be safe. We're out in the world again, look at us. It's time for us to recognize that there is nothing to fear, that even though we have been through many, many challenges the last 15 plus months, and although many people in the world have suffered in many ways, that there is great, great good coming from this ultimate shift and change in consciousness. Not only about the pandemic, not only about the politics, not only about the divisiveness, not only about all the other challenges that have been taking place in our world, but this shift, this transformation is in process. Because you and I and other beautiful light workers on this planet have been keeping steady with the light of truth. We have been maintaining the high watch as we have moved through our personal challenges, as we have continued to remove our attention from anything in the relative, in the earth picture, as we sometimes say, that might have been distressing, that might have been distracting. And instead, we have kept our vision high. And we are now in the process, right now, in this very moment, we're in the process of creating a new vision. Your board of trustees has been working on visioning. This is going to be something that comes to all of us so that we all have the ability to make our own heart's desires and clear mental equivalents and spiritual prototypes known, so that together we are in the process of recreating not only the vision for ourselves, our families, our loved ones, our neighborhoods, but for this beloved community and beyond. You see, the perfect divine idea of every sentient being, and this includes all beings, and the world itself, is forever to radiate and express in fullness. You see, the law of growth is always at work. We see it in nature. We see it within ourselves. Thomas Troward, who was one of the foundational mentors, without his having met him, of our beloved Ernest Holmes, who actually put this beautiful teaching of the science of mind together. Thomas Troward influenced him greatly. And he has a whole chapter in one of the wonderful books that we teach of his called The Law of Growth. And he says, you know, you make two mistakes sometimes about the law of growth. One of them being when we've planted a seed, when we have set an intention, and we don't see it popping up right away, we can try and push it. Oh, come on, you know, I can make this happen. I can manage things, right? Anybody here managers? Yes. Well, that's a good thing to have the part of us that knows how to take care of the business of our lives, and after we set the intention, to be divinely guided as the things that we need to do. As we often say, you do treatment. You treat and then you move your feet. But not until we're guided to do that. So if we begin to think, oh, this is not happening, this is not working right, and we need to step in and do something about it, whoop, that's the time to step back. That's the time to say, wait a minute. I of myself do nothing. I am the instrument through which this power for good works. I am that individualized expression of the one mind, and as the creative process works through me, I must invite it to flow with grace and with ease and without trying to push the river. So that's one of the mistakes that we make with the law of growth, is saying, you know, the seed is not coming up fast enough. You plant the seed today, you don't go out the next day and expect to have a daisy. It takes a little while. That's just the way it works here on planet Earth. I didn't design it, but I think it's a great design. And the other mistake that we make with the law of growth is that we may, if it didn't come up soon enough, if it didn't show up in our lives soon enough, is we become discouraged, and we think, oh, this isn't going to happen, this is not working. It is working. That's when we get to deepen our faith. It's why when we get to come more often into the sacred silence, opening our hearts in meditation and listening with our hearts. So those are two mistakes we don't want to make with this beautiful law of growth that takes place. So today, this moment is the perfect time to begin to create and to embrace a new divine intention. Not only for ourselves individually. Don't you all have some great ideas about what you'd like to bring forth into your own personal world? That is always going to be a part of our teaching, enhancing personal lives. And the other part of it is to do our best to uplift and connect with and create a vision that is uplifting and healing and beautiful for others. Both. Both. So, the Greeks had two words for a time. I haven't spoken to you much about the Greeks lately. These are very important concepts to me. The two words that the Greeks used for time were chronos, chronology, wristwatches and so forth. And by the way, in the Indo-European language, the word man actually comes from measurer, man the measurer. When people began to come forth and use their wonderful intellects, we began to measure time and space. There's no time and there's no space in the infinite mind of God. We made that up. And it's handy. You know, it gets us to church on time. And to our luncheon engagements. It's an important thing. But there's something that's more important. Chronos, yes, okay, we live with it, we deal with it, we're grateful for it. But beyond that, beyond the chronos, is the kairos. Kairos is the divine time, the appointed time. Today is the divine time, the appointed time. And that's where we're in the flow of life. This is where we're neither pushing the river nor giving up on anything. This is where we're living in the powerful, dynamic moment of now and setting our intentions here and now. We are here now. And so we're coming together for good. We're coming together for greater good all the time. And that does mean not stepping back into safety. It wasn't anyway, was it? We are stepping forward into possibility. Isn't God infinite possibilities? Can we begin to get that concept of infinity? That what we can see with our part of the divine mind, in our human mind, is some possibility. That's a beginning, isn't it? And we want to be open and receptive to greater possibilities than we have ever known. You know, a lot of people in our congregation have been moving through some challenges beyond the pandemic this past year. We have a brand new heart sitting there. Beloved Peter, we are so happy to have you here with us today. And so many others have moved through surgical procedures and financial challenges and relationship upsets, and still we have absolutely relied on this divine presence. And we have turned to each other, and we have lifted each other and walked with each other. And we're not going to stop doing that. We're opening our minds and our hearts to each brilliant new vision for ourselves, for each other, and most definitely for our community, because we desire to be those clear instruments through which we're bringing heaven to earth. Heaven to earth. Heaven, remember the Greek word for heaven? Say it with me, uranos. And it means that which is forever and ever expanding. Forever and ever expanding. We are now at a point of expansion in our consciousness and in our intentions and in our divine possibilities. Because what is the opposite of expansion? The opposite of heaven is hell. And what is hell? Being held in. We are in the process of moving beyond that contraction into the expanded good of those infinite possibilities that are shining through us. Carl Jung said, your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. And we have been looking inside at our own heart, at our own internal dreams, looking to see what is that divine design that I'm ready to accept and to reveal in my life. And Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, beautiful Catholic mystic, said, and this is the best success I can dream for my life, to have spread a new vision for the world. What a great dream. What a new world dream. So we allow the revelation of a world that works for all to move us from dream to reality. And it does begin by dreaming a new dream, by allowing a new vision to begin to bubble up, to share it with each other. What would you like to see in the world? This is what I'd like. And then find that we have so much common desire for a greater good that we must share it with each other. So we begin how? By remembering who we are and whose we are. We deepen our awareness of the divine that's within us. And while we do this, we have an opportunity to transform any limited or subjective patterns of negativity that we are ready to bring up into our awareness. Emma Curtis Hopkins says, awareness is curative. We begin by becoming aware of something that may have felt like a contraction and begin to transform that and speak the truth about it. Have truth on our tongue instead of repeating the old story. Are you ready to let go of your old stories? Say, yes, please. Yes. Me too. And then we are in the process of establishing a grander vision for our own life experiences, for each other. And we continue by visioning our loved ones, our community, and the world itself in the way that we're ready to establish it and have it revealed. We want to reveal the new divine design. And so the universe always says what? Yes. The universe always says yes. Spirit gives of itself constantly. And the law's infinite intelligence brings each intention into manifestation. You can count on it. Will you say with me, the divine design for you, is being revealed now, and it is beautiful. Will you say with me, the perfect expression of our healthy community, is coming forth now, and it is magnificent. Spirit is revealing heaven on earth, here and now. And we are so grateful. Through me, divine mind makes all things new. I'm going to keep you going here for a minute. I celebrate the joyous vision of my life unfolding. I delight in a new world of love and peace emerging. I have a new design for living. And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Yay! Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So, now, in alignment with all the rest of our beautiful opening procedures, we will not be passing offering bowls. And you'll see that there are 3 bowls placed to the left and the right of the sanctuary and toward the back. So feel free as I place mine in the bowl to join me in doing that, or you can do it afterwards if you wish, as you get up to leave. And for those of you who have been watching on live stream, and those of you who continue to share, to choose to share in this way, feel free to go ahead and text your offering. Isn't it great to have all of these options? And you can do that during our musical interlude, which is about to come up, to the number on the screen, which is about to come up. And so thank you for your support during this very challenging time. You have shown what is important to you. You have shown us what your priorities are. God comes first. And so we give to the closest source of our spiritual food. For many of us, this is right here. So I'm going to ask you to join with me in, over here. Let's do it right, Maxine. I'm going to ask you to join with me in saying our prosperity affirmation together. I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and bless. It returns to me multiplied, and I am prospered, and so it is.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. Tu es l'image de Dieu. I hold you in my heart. Tu es l'image de l'amour. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. Tu sei la luce di Dio. I hold you in my heart. Tu sei il volto dell'amore. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are my family. You are the face of love. The face of love. You are the face of love. The face of love. I hold you in my heart. You in my heart. You are my family. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of God, the face of God. I hold you in my heart, you in my heart. You are a part of me, You are the face of God, the face of God. You are the face of God.
Eres la luz de Dios.
I hold you in my heart.
Eres la cara del amor.
You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
You are the face. Tu sei la luce di Dio. You are the face. You are the face of God. You are the face. Tu es l'image de Dieu. You are the face. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
Good morning, everybody. Woo! Wow! You are the face of God. We are thrilled to have everyone back home today. And to all of you watching on live stream, you are part of our family and you are home with us too. And if you want to know, we are continuing live streaming. So you can go to www.cslphilly.org and there's a button there for you to push and you can watch Love Notes from Dr. Maxine and Reverend Mike, and you can also see past live stream Sunday celebrations. There's a lot of good stuff there. Okay, my name is Elise from your Board of Trustees, and it is my pleasure to be here today to present your announcements. And I have something really special to say first, and here goes. We would like to give a special thank you to Georgiana Gord for sponsoring this Sunday. And this is what she would like for all of you to know, and I quote, "Today is dedicated to my wonderful husband, Jerry. Congratulations on your decision to start your new life's chapter as you move into retirement and reinvent such wonderful possibilities. Cheers to you, Jerry. I am so happy for you and for us." End of quote. Thank you, Georgie, for sponsoring today's Sunday, and we are so overjoyed with happiness for you and Jerry and everything that's going to unfold for you in the future. Congratulations. We are offering a great new class on manifesting abundance and prosperity beginning on July 7th. Dr. Frankie Timmers, the spiritual director of CSL Morristown, will be leading this 5-week virtual class entitled Flourishing, which is based on the book The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. We have a great group who have already signed up, and if you're considering joining them, you have until Monday, July 5th. To register, simply go to our website on the calendar events and click on July 7th, and all the details are there for you to register. And also, for those of you who are here today, the bookstore is open! So be sure and stop by and reacquaint yourselves with all of the cool stuff that we have back there, the books and the gifts. And I know that you've been missing your Science of Mind magazine if this is where you purchase it. So here we have them. There's a bunch of them back there for you. And this is a great guide for spiritual living with inspiring featured articles, daily prayers, affirmations, and much, much more. And I have one more announcement. These are our basic announcements for today. And I have one more announcement. And I would like to let you know that the time has come for me to step down as your director of music. Now, Reverend Mike, I'm trying to get through this without crying. But actually, before I continue, I meant to say right in the beginning, thank you, Dr. Maxine, for your uplifting and beautiful talk today. And thank you to you and Reverend Mike for these last 15 months for holding the space for us. You've done so much behind the scenes with the love notes and and I know that you were shepherding people who were having rough times. So thank you for always being there through us, for us as we're going through this. Thank you, and thank you, Reverend Mike. So, and I'm going to quote you in Greek. Leaving my music position is kairos. It's divine right timing for me. And I just want to say I have loved every moment of being up here singing since 2005. And what I love is, first of all, I love to sing about God. And I feel joy when God sings through me, and I feel it. It's palpable. As you said today, Dr. Maxine, we just let God flow through us. And I also love singing with you and just helping all of us to open our hearts to God through music. So I'm grateful to tell you that our own beloved Emily Zoll will be taking over the music until the end of the summer, and then which is end of August. And then, as Dr. Maxine always says, God is in charge. So in September, someone new and wonderful and perfect will be brought here to sing with you. So I just want to thank you all for all these years. It's just been my joy. And I've gotten to get to know so many people through music and that divine connection of holy song on this sacred ground. So that's what I wanted you to know today. And as always, I wish you mighty love, deepest peace, richest blessings. I love you all, truly. Namaste. Yay! Thank you.
As Beethoven would say, für Elise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This woman, this divine being, has always found exactly the right music to support what we're talking about that day and what our intention is for that day. She's divinely designed and spiritually guided always. You have just made each Sunday work beautifully, gracefully, and powerfully for me and for us all. Thank you. I'm going to kiss her now.
I'm going to kiss you now.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Maxine.
Thank you, Elise. Awesome. Okay. Things are changing, and change is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Wow. Thank you. Now, I would like to give some heartfelt acknowledgments to so many people, not only to those who have put together this wonderful reopening, welcoming celebration for us today, but to our board of trustees who has been working diligently. Oh, the Zoom meetings all this time, and finding ways to move us forward as a community, to the practitioners who continue to divinely design whatever is needed in your lives. So let's start with the practitioners. Georgiana Gord, Sarah Funk, Mary Furtaw, Joe Lurkwin, Ann Cassidy Zoll, and our 3 interns, Cheryl Macklin, Nettie Bonner, and Bo Smith, who lives in Florida. How do you like that? Thank you, our beautiful practitioners. The healing arm of our center. Now I would like to thank next one, there. Our Board of Trustees. Oh, this past year. The devotion, the wisdom, the compassion, and the fun. These are fun people. Really. I couldn't have asked for a more delightful, compassionate, wise, and wonderful group of people for the Board of Trustees to move through such a challenging year as our president and treasurer, Karen Davis, our vice president, Payson Burt, our secretary, Edie Janik, our team leader, AAA team leader, and we're not talking about towing, Abundance Allocation and Asset Committee, John Zoll, trustee and social media lead, Tina Richards, our trustee and music director, up until now, Elise Riggs, our trustee and production manager, who has made all of this happen on Sunday morning, Jeffrey Maxine, and our operations manager, recording secretary, and all around make it happen wonderful person, Linda O'Neill. Thank you to the Board of Trustees. Wow. And now to our reopening committee. That's pretty. See, we thank all those people. We'll get there in a minute. Our reopening team has consisted of...
There we go.
Linda O'Neill, Payson Burt, Jeff Messino, Cheryl Macklin, Edie Janik, and many others who've just jumped in to do wonderful things to make today happen. And hooray for them. And a special thanks to today's people who stepped up as welcoming, as preparing, as setting up, and so forth. Linda Solomon, Cheryl Macklin, Nettie Bonner, Catherine Werner, and thanks to our music, and thanks to all the people who've come together to make today very special. I can't believe we haven't been crying. So I'm grateful. I give thanks for all of you. We're now going to something else, Miss Edie? Oh, the kids. Here come the kids. Yay for the kids.
Future Center for Spiritual Living drummer. Say hi. Hello. They're always a little shy in the beginning. All right, so this is so great to be here. I'm not going to cry. So this is Henrik. Got to get used to being up here. This is the way we do it, okay? And we have Mila, we have Lilia, and we have Natalie here. And Mila's going to tell you what we did today.
No.
Yes, you said you would.
No. You're Lilia. Take it. I don't want it.
We didn't really do anything, to be honest.
What did we do?
What?
Natalie to the rescue.
We did visioning and
I'll take the heat off you guys this first time, okay? They're out of practice. He wants to say what we did. So I invited the group to think about the new normal for the youth group. It's a great opportunity for us to look at our space, the way it feels, the things we do when we're together. And we did some visioning. And we did some painting. Yes, and that too. So, thank you, ladies. Thank you, Henrik. And I think I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Isn't it great to see them back up here again? Yoo-hoo! Oh, and now, thank you again for coming to this special celebration. Let's keep it going. Bring your friends. We will not obviously be doing hospitality in terms of food and drink for a while. We're following the guidelines, but we will absolutely have some time afterwards just to be with each other, just to connect and to catch up with each other. So let's take advantage of that. That is our hospitality time. As a matter of fact, many, many years ago, a very beloved friend who was an Episcopal priest said to me, this was in Northern California, where we had gotten to know each other's congregations. He said, Maxine, you have your own form of communion in your center, and it's called hugging. So those of you who are comfortable with that, fine. But do you like the badges? So you can find out, who's comfortable with doing what. It might be a namaste, it might be a handshake, it might be a hug, but we respect each other's places, and it's really wonderful. Thank you. So thanks again. Come back soon and often. And now we're going to have our closing song, which is so much fun. It's Love Train.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, turnaround arts, people all over the world, brothers, sisters, around the planet. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on now.
So we go forward with such joy in our hearts, ready to have the divine design revealed through each of us and all of us. And it is good and very good. And so it is. Hit it, Maestro.
I let it go. I release the thing I'm clinging to. I release what's holding me, and I'm falling into God's love. I let it be. There's nothing more for me to do, nothing more to say. I'm just falling into God's love. I feel Spirit holding me, and it is lifting me on high. I ride on a power I can't see, and on the wings of love I fly. Don't ask why. I don't need to understand.